Welcome to the happiest place on earth, or so the brochure says. Behind the pastel steeples of Cinderella's castle and the smell of artificial vanilla lies one of the most sophisticated surveillance states ever conceived on American soil. We call it a theme park, but to the architects of the Walt Disney Company, it is a living laboratory, a place where the laws of the outside world blur, and every step you take is recorded, analyzed, and monetized. You think you're here for the magic, but the magic is just the bait. Today, the Unseen Files peels back the velvet curtain to reveal the gears of the mouse's machine. From secret police forces and private nuclear laws to the digital Panopticon that knows your heart rate before you do. This is not a fairy tale. This is the Disney Panopticon. Our investigation begins with the air you breathe and the wrist you wear. In 2026, data is more valuable than oil, and Disney is the world's most efficient refinery. It started with the Magic Band, a colorful plastic strap that guests wear like a badge of honor. But to a data scientist, it's a GPS-tracked digital shackle. Every purchase, every ride, every bathroom break is beamed to a central command center. But it goes deeper. Disney recently agreed to pay a massive $10 million fine for violating federal children's privacy laws, specifically the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. The allegation: systematically collecting data on children under 13 without parental consent to power targeted advertising. But inside the parks, the technology is even more invasive. Hidden behind the magic mirrors and interactive displays are facial recognition systems and thermal cameras that track your emotional response to every attraction. If a child looks bored in a queue, the system knows. If a guest lingers too long near a high-priced souvenir, the algorithms adjust. In 2026, Disney's new data intelligence initiative uses machine learning to predict your next move before you even make it. They aren't just tracking your vacation, they are building a digital twin of your family, analyzing your habits to ensure that the next time you feel an impulse to spend, they are already there to catch it. You are not just a guest, you are a data point in a billion-dollar experiment in behavioral control. In most of the United States, if a company wants to build a city, they have to follow the law. Not at Walt Disney World. For decades, the land in Central Florida operated under the Reedy Creek Improvement District, a private government controlled entirely by the Disney Corporation. This wasn't just a tax loophole, it was a sovereign state within a state. Disney had the legal power to build its own nuclear power plants, its own schools, and its own fire department. Most importantly, they had their own police force. Even after recent political battles in Florida, the core of this private state remains. Imagine a place where the corporation is the judge, the jury, and the executioner. Disney's security teams, often composed of former high-ranking law enforcement, operate with a level of autonomy that would be unthinkable for any other private entity. They have the power to detain, to exile, and to erase incidents from the public record before the local news can even pick up a camera. There are stories, unconfirmed but persistent, of a legal black hole where the normal rules of the US Constitution are secondary to the protection of the brand. In this 40-square-mile bubble, Disney doesn't just influence the law, they are the law. It is the ultimate corporate utopia, a place where the messy realities of democracy are replaced by the absolute efficiency of the mouse. The question isn't whether Disney is a company anymore, it's whether they have become a private nation with its own borders. Beneath the manicured lawns of the Magic Kingdom lies a second city, a labyrinth of tunnels known as the Utilidors. Spanning over 9 acres, this underground world is where the magic is manufactured. It's where trash is whisked away at high speeds through vacuum tubes, and where thousands of employees move like ghosts to avoid breaking the immersion of the guests above. But the tunnels are also home to darker rumors. Every year, thousands of children are reported missing in the Disney parks. While the official statistics say 2 to 3 kids go missing every day and are almost always reunited within minutes, the sheer scale of the operation required to manage this is staggering. But what happens when something doesn't end with a reunion? Critics point to a history of erased incidents, accidents on rides, violent outbursts, and mysterious disappearances that never seem to make the front page. Disney's PR machine is legendary for its ability to neutralize negative press. In the dark comic history of the company, the happiest place on earth has a body count that is meticulously managed. From the "no one dies at Disney" myth to the way paramedics are allegedly instructed to wait until they are off property to declare a death, the goal is always the same: keep the illusion alive at all costs. The Unseen Files have heard whispers of specialized teams whose only job is to scrub the internet and the physical world of any stain on the mouse's reputation. In the underworld of Disney, the truth isn't just hidden, it's incinerated. Walt Disney once said that it all started with a mouse. But look around you, the mouse has grown into a titan that sees all, knows all, and controls all. We trade our privacy for a photo with a mascot and our freedom for a seat on a roller coaster. The Disney Panopticon is the most successful surveillance state in history because we entered it willingly. We paid for the privilege to be watched. As you leave the park today, remember, the mouse never sleeps. The truth is out there, hidden in plain sight, behind the pixelated pixels and the plastic smiles. Subscribe to the Unseen Files. The magic is fading, and the machine is waking up.